To register for an upcoming free workshop today, go to chawalegal.com/workshops or call 586-273-7157. Hurry, seating is limited to 6 per workshop. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here on the final day of Starrcast, and if you were paying attention to any of our show before we came to Starrcast, you know that we played the amazing game Smack Talk Showdown. We had a huge blast with this game, man. It honestly was some of the most fun that we've had on the show. One of the funniest things, especially with breaking Smitty. If you saw, he just squealed like a pig and fell just from having so much fun, man. So it was honestly a blast. So first and foremost, guys, tell us your names and then what brought you into making Smack Talk Showdown. So we'll start on the outside and come work in.
Yeah, I'm Matt, and both Dennis and I worked at a game company at the time, and we made this game during a company-wide game jam.
Yeah, I'm Dennis, the co-creator, and it was left up to us, like, hey, we worked at a video game company, but they were like, we just make a game as like a team-building experiment, and Matt and I and our third partner, Danny, kind of bonded over a love of professional wrestling. We didn't really talk to each other that much in the office before, but we were all like, wait, let's do a tabletop game about pro wrestling promos. And it was really just an excuse to like sit around for 48 hours and watch pro wrestling promos on YouTube. So it was like a lot of Macho Man, a lot of Scott Steiner, a lot of Ric Flair. But what happened is at the end, we played it with other people at the studio who knew nothing about wrestling or didn't particularly like wrestling. And we found that there's like a universality to the idea of smack talking with big characters. And people had a lot of fun with it. And so over the next year, we basically like took it around, we play tested it, we changed things up, went through multiple prototypes, and then we kickstarted this game. Funded. The game came out in January of 2018, and we are literally down to our last case of the game right now.
About 12 copies.
12 copies.
Yeah.
12 copies left. And so once these are gone, we're going to launch the Kickstarter for our expansion pack, Lewd Attitude. It's the not safe for work. I say that this game, this is for everybody. This is for families. Kids could play this. There's nothing inherently raunchy or bad about it. It's as dirty as you make it. Lewd Attitude, though, is not safe for work. You're not going to want to play this with coworkers or like maybe... I mean, listen, depending on where you work, don't play with your grandma unless your grandma is like Mae Young. Then you'd be like, she'll feel right at home with this game. So we'll probably be launching that Kickstarter definitely before the end of the year, probably within the next month and a half.
So, as you were saying, you started playing this with people who aren't necessarily wrestling fans that just found out that it is a fun game to play overall, and I have to fully agree with that. When you're playing this game, you don't need to know what wrestling, I mean, obviously most people know what wrestling is, but you don't have to know the ins and outs of how a wrestling television show works. You basically just have to say, you know what, I don't like you, and I'm going to say some shit to you, and you're going to deal with that. Not even just in a fun way, not like actually someone that you truly hate, even though that might make the best promos out of that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So with Lewd Attitude coming out, are you guys hoping for another expansion after that if this goes well?
Oh, absolutely. We have a list of various themes for different expansions. We have the high school gymnasium indies.
It's like the super indie type thing where it's like you got 100 people in the arena, so they're all based on like stuff you would see it there. We have like the old school wrestling expansion, which is like southern wrestling kind of things. We have other ones that are not 100% wrestling specific, but that would just make good. We have like one that's just like a sci-fi version, or one that would be just like high fantasy, but you're smack talking in that kind of realm. And we just have like a Excel sheet that we just have shared that we kind of just throw ideas into as we go along.
Yeah, anytime we have an idea, like I had an idea the other day watching reality TV, and I was like, oh my God, we should just do a reality TV expansion that's just based on I just watch any Bravo TV show, any Housewives TV show, and see what they yell about, and you're like, oh yeah, that could be an expansion to this game.
Right.
It's big characters. We give you a situation. You get 45 seconds to cut your promo. Then we play the red smack cards on you. You change how you talk about it. I think that it's a really good time for a lot of different kinds of people. But if you're a wrestling fan, you'll read the cards and you'll be like, I know what that's talking about. I get that joke. I get that reference. And it works on another level for you.
Yeah, it's like the Inception game. Like you really catch it if you know wrestling, but if you don't know wrestling, you're still having a blast. So tell us where they can go to purchase. Obviously, we can purchase these online and have them shipped to you. Correct?
Absolutely. Until, I mean, hopefully, maybe we won't bring any home. But SmackTalkShowdown.com. That's where you can find out more information. If there are any copies left, that's where they'll be for sale. When we start the Kickstarter, I think it'll just boot directly to the Lewd Attitude Kickstarter whenever that launches. And we're on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Smack Talk Showdown, Twitter, Smack Talk Showdown, no O's in Showdown. We ran out of letters, so it's SHWDWN.
It's Showdown.
Smack Talk Showdown.
All right, guys, thank you so much for talking to us. We're going to cut some promos and everything as well, have some fun here at the Smack Talk Showdown booth. Obviously, it's the last day, but make sure you go to SmackDownShowdown.com. If there's any left, get yourself some. Even if there's not any left and you're directed to the Kickstarter, make sure you go to the Kickstarter and support these guys because, again, this is one of the most fun games I've ever played, and I know you're going to have a fucking blast playing it yourself. Guys, thank you so much.
Thanks.